Hi students, today we are going to learn third module of our lesson Mina and the dinosaurs. At the end of the class, you will be able to read and comprehend the paragraph, enrich your vocabulary, learn and identify adverbs of frequency. Before going to the lesson, let me ask few questions. Let me check whether you have read the lesson. First question. Name some dinosaurs mentioned in the story. Second question. What made Mina jumped up in amazement? Third question. Who is the author of the book The Lost World? I hope you all are having the answer for this question. Very good. Let's move on to today's section. You are ready? Here it goes. In the last class, we discussed about a book Grandma was reading. Let's see what is happening next. I want you all to listen very carefully. You are right, Ma. It is, said Mina's mother, smiling. Did Sir Arthur Conan Doyle meet real dinosaurs? Asked Mina. I don't think he met any dinosaurs, smiled Grandma. But this story is about some people who did. And no, they did not meet Indominus Rex, but they do talk about some other Jurassic animals like Stegosaurus and pterodactyl. Here in the last class we discussed about a book. The name of the book was The Lost World and it was favorite book of Mina's mother. So here Mina's mother is answering, "You are right, Ma, it is." And she was smiling. Did Sir Arthur Conan Doyle meet real dinosaurs? Asked Mina. Mina was very eager to know more about that book, so she was asking some question to her grandma. Did the author really meet a dinosaur in his real life? She wanted to know more about that book and author. See what was the answer given by the grandma? I don't think he met any dinosaurs, but this story is about some people who did. And no, they did not meet Indominus Rex, but they do talk about some other Jurassic animals. So grandmother is telling that the author haven't met real dinosaurs, but in this book there are some other people who have met real dinosaurs, and it is not Indominus Rex but other Jurassic animals like Stegosaurus and pterodactyl. This is the pronunciation Stegosaurus and pterodactyl. So in that book it's mentioned about these two type of dinosaurs, not about Indominus Rex. Jurassic animal, you mean animal that lived in Jurassic Park? Jurassic is the name of a certain time period millions of years ago, explained Grandma. The animal like dinosaurs that lived on this earth at that time are called Jurassic animals. So when Grandma was describing about the book, our Mina got a doubt whether this Jurassic animals is the animals that are living in Jurassic Park. What is your option? Is that really Jurassic animals? Let's see what the real Jurassic animals are. Jurassic is the name of certain time period. millions of years ago. So, Jurassic animals means animals which lived on our earth millions of years ago. Grandma explained this clearly to our Mina. The animal like dinosaur that lived on this earth at that time are called Jurassic animals. The animals which were living on our earth during that period is called Jurassic animal. And this is this a story about millions of years ago then? Asked Mina. No, only about 100 years ago. Professor Challenger and his three companions set off on a trip to South America to find out whether dinosaurs still live there. I am reading the part where they see a family of iguanodon, a whole family. What did they look like? I will read it out to you, said Grandma, and I will make it a little simpler. Listen once again from here. In this, is this a story about million year ago? Mina was having a doubt whether the story is about a million years ago. So grandma was giving the reply, no dear, this is only about 100 years ago. And in the story, a professor, the name of the professor is Challenger, and his three companions set off a trip to South America, and they are going to find out whether dinosaurs was real, where they still live there. I am reading the part, and grandma is now reading a part where they see a family of iguanodon. In this picture, you can see some dinosaurs are there. The name of the dinosaurs are iguanodon. A whole family, what did they look like? In the picture itself you can see that so many of them are there. So Mina is asking, a whole family is there. So grandma is giving reply like this, okay dear, wait, I will read it out to you, and yeah, I will make it little bit simpler so you can understand it easily. So here our Mina is getting ready to know more about the dinosaurs from our grandma. We are stopping here for today. Hope you all will read it once again. Now let's see what are the correct pronunciation of this one. Here you can see the picture of a dinosaur. Let's see how it's pronounced. It's Stegosaurus. The picture is also given there. The name of next dinosaur which we read across our today's lesson is pterodactyl. Then the correct pronunciation is pterodactyl. A picture is also there. So this type of dinosaurs are called pterodactyl. It's pterodactyl. Another name of dinosaur which we come across today is iguanodon. Iguanodon. This is another type of dinosaur. From the picture you can see this type of dinosaur is called iguanodon. So today we learned three names of dinosaur. First one is Stegosaurus. Second one pterodactyl. Third one iguanodon. So let's check whatever things you have learned today. Here three questions are there. I want you all to get an answer for this question. If you are able to answer this question, that means you have comprehend the paragraph. If you are not able to answer this question, I want you all to read the chapter once again. Today we are going to learn about adverb of frequencies. Adverb of frequency. Let's see what is an adverb of frequency. Do you know what is an adverb of frequency? An adverb of frequency tell us how often an action happen or will happen. We can move on to more example so it will be easy for you to understand. From this table, it's very clear what are adverb of frequency. First, we are talking about always. See, here always when we are talking about a things which is 100 percentage, we use always. When it is 90 percentage, we use usually. When we are talking about a thing which is only got chance of 80 percentage, we use frequently. If it is only 70 percentage, we use often. If it is 50 percentage, sometimes. If it is only 30 percentage, we use occasionally. Some occasionally. If it is only 10 percentage, seldom. If it is only 5 percentage of chances there, we use rarely. If 0 percentage is there, we use never. Let's do it with some sentences so it will be more easy for you. See here, see the frequency here. Always, I always go jogging. It's 100 percentage. Often, mom often read newspaper. Then sometimes, Cindy sometimes does revision. Seldom, Tim seldom sings karaoke. Never, Bob never does sports. So this is a further more examples of using the adverbs of frequency. The chance of things that will happen, or how often an action will happen. We can use these words when we are talking about our habits, or when we are talking something that is going to happen. How often will it happen? Next, we are going with some more example of a little girl Ami and her daily routine. So it will be more clear to you where to use and how to. This is a chart of Ami's daily routine. What things she always do? See, do homework, and she plays the piano only 4 days in a week. She read comics 4 days, have cookery lessons 3 days, watch TV only 2 times or 2 days, go to library only one time, and never play basketball. So see how is the adverb of frequency used there. So we are going for more examples of adverb of frequency. How often does Ami do the housework? Ami always, because it's 100%, so we are using always does the housework. How often does Ami read comics? Ami usually read comics. Usually means 90 percentage. Usually is marked as 90%. So whenever she get time, she usually read comic. She went to cookery lesson 3 days a week. So Ami often has cookery lesson. How often does Ami watch TV? Ami sometimes watch TV. Sometimes means it's 50-50 chance. When only a few days she watched the TV, so we use sometimes here. How often does Ami goes to library? Ami seldom goes to the library. Only 2 days she will go to the library. So it's rare chances there, seldom. How often does Ami play basketball? Ami never plays basketball means there was 0 days she played basketball. So she never played basketball. Dear students, I hope you all got what is adverb of frequency. Now we are going to complete this exercise in your textbook. Tick the adverb of frequency in this sentence. You have to put a tick mark on the adverb of frequency. Let's do it. Next, we are having a listening section. I will be reading a small paragraph. You have to listen very carefully. After listening to this, you have to write answer for the questions which is given in your textbook on page number 19. Dear students, I am going to read. I want you all to listen carefully. Here it goes. Hi, I'm Mina. Last week, Ma took me to watch Jurassic World. It's the first film I have watched in a cinema hall. I was so excited that I wanted to reach there an hour before the show and wait inside the hall. But Ma said that they could not let us in so early. Other shows would be running in the same hall. Finally, we reached the cinema hall 15 minutes before the show. Many other children had come to watch it with their parents. I saw Sayank, a boy from my class, and waved at him. When we were buying the tickets, I wanted to get a seat in the first row. But Ma said that in a cinema hall, the further you sit, the better you can watch the film. We sat in the fourth row from the back. I thought the film was wonderful. When we were leaving the hall, I saw posters of some other film. One of them, which was really colorful, was for a film called Inside Out. I hope Ma will take me to watch it one day. Dear students, you all have listened to a small listening comprehension. Now I want you all to find out the answer for 5 questions which is given in your textbook on page number 19 and 20. Questions are this. You can see 5 questions there. You have to find out the answer for this 5 question by listening to this audio, and you can write the answer in your textbook itself. I hope you all have understood what we have taken today. I request you all to once again read the lesson and go through the activity. Thank you, students, for listening. Thank you. Have a nice day.